Hello, I'm Christopher, and it's my mission to give you bite-sized pieces of content that are going to give you value real quick so that you can learn a new skill. Today it's going to be running and managing containers. Let's go. Docker CLI is still free, as in freedom, and still remains an open source project to this very day. The folks at Docker are also quite generous and provide a nice free tier on the Docker desktop product for people trying to learn Docker. Let's go over the docker run command. So I'm going to type this out and then I'm going to explain all the different parameters to you. So D stands for daemonize, or run this thing in the background. -P is for the port we're going to map, port 8080 on our system, to port 80 in the container where Nginx is listening. And we're going to use the Nginx image. We're leaving out the image tag, so it's just going to use latest, and I can't find that locally. It's going to pull that from Docker Hub by default. You'll notice on the left hand side that it's pulling a bunch of different hashes. Those hashes are different layers, so layers could be the same between two images. So if they are, we'll just cache those and pull only the layers that are different and that we need. Lastly, we'll get an image digest, which is a unique hash indicating the image. So we'll go ahead and open up port 8080 on our system where we're running this Docker container, and we're presented with the Nginx welcome page. You just ran a Docker container. Well done. Let's talk about container management in Docker. So Docker PS is going to show us all the running containers on the system. This one has a random name of Distracted Solomon. That's Docker's default behavior if you don't find a name. We can use that name to stop the container. Now, if we do Docker PS, we'll see it's not running anymore. We can still see this container if we use the -- all parameter. And we can see even the exited or non-running containers. So we can use the same name to go and start that container up again. We can also use that same name to go ahead and try and remove this container as well. The problem is, when you try and remove this container, it's going to complain that you can't remove a container that's running. You've got to stop it first. So let's stop this container. And then once it's stopped, we can go ahead and attempt our remove command again. Now, this hasn't been the easiest to manage because of this random name. Now, we can make that a bit easier for ourselves. Let's go ahead and use the -- name parameter to go and specify our own friendly name for this container to help us manage it. We'll run this container, and when I do Docker PS, you'll see we have a friendly name of Nginx. I can use that name to stop the container now, and because I already know it, it's easy for me to remember to type the name of this container. And I can use it to remove it as well. That's a lot easier. Thank you for your time, and I hope this bite has given you everything that you need to get started running and managing Docker containers. Now, you want to like, you want to subscribe, and you want to show your love in the comments. And you can jump into this portal to the next video.